Hello everyone! We are going to do a Q&A today. I posted some questions on my Instagram and I have them screenshot on my phone, so I'm just going to go through these questions. It's my first sort of pregnancy dedicated vlog, so let's do a pregnancy Q&A. I want to start this Q&A first and foremost before we get into the questions, just first of all saying how I know that pregnancy may be a sensitive topic to some people, and I just want to make sure that you all know that I'm very sensitive to that. I know that it's hard for some people to get pregnant, and I also know that there's a lot of complications that some people can have, and I've been very grateful and I feel very blessed that my pregnancy has gone very well, but I just want to let you guys know that anything I answer and just anything regarding pregnancy, I'm super sensitive to, and I just want to let you know that I am here with you all and I would never take this moment for granted, and I'm very grateful. So let's get started. All right, first question, how are you? Thanks for asking. I am doing great. The pregnancy has gone by super fast, or what I feel like is super fast. I am in my third trimester now, which is super exciting. Almost there, basically 2 months left, which is so crazy. And it's starting to get a little bit tight and uncomfortable and, but it's all good stuff. And sleeping is getting a little bit more difficult, but it's all good. So this is a fun question. Were you guys actually planning having a baby, or was it unexpected? So easy answer, yes, it was a plan. We are both very traditional in the way of dating for a certain amount of time, getting engaged, then getting married, and then having a baby. Basically like your typical storybook kind of situation, and I'm glad that we both were on the same page. But I knew that having a baby was something that we both wanted to do and something that we're both super excited about. We both also just wanted to make sure that we were in the right space and the right place, with work and with our home, to make sure that we had the best environment to bring the baby into. So yes, it was definitely a plan. Am I nervous about labor? Oh my goodness, you have no idea. I usually don't get nervous literally about anything ever. And this is one thing that I'm so nervous about. I think it's because it's so unknown and everyone's experience is different. It just really freaks me out. And now what I do before bed is I just watch countless videos of labor and delivery. I think I've seen every labor and delivery video on YouTube. It's kind of crazy. I don't know what's going on with this light. Okay, I just had to change locations because the light going in different tones was driving me insane. I'm filming this at night, so that's a problem. I should have filmed it with natural daylight, but here we are. What's the hardest thing about being pregnant? You know what, for me, I think the hardest thing about being pregnant is, or not even now, I think in my first trimester, I was so exhausted, literally felt like I was hit by a truck every single day, or hadn't slept in 3 months. The level of exhaustion was just so crazy. And I was pretty nauseous. And I think the hardest thing for me was, I love going out with friends and being social and going to different events and just, doing things the way that I'm used to doing them. And when your body literally is telling you that you need rest and your feet are swelling up and there's like, you know, so much going on that you have to like go home and just relax, that was really hard for me. I think if I was more of a homebody, it would have been easier, but just really, really, I think listening to my body was the hardest part because my brain wanted to do other things, like go out to dinners, like, but then you just felt like crap, so you don't want to bring everyone else down. So yeah, I think it was just having to listen, even I guess now, a little bit now into the third trimester, you sacrifice a lot of things. But again, it's all for the best, I think, thing ever that's gonna happen in our lives. So not complaining about it, just saying that was the hardest thing for me. Any pregnancy cravings? So you know what's funny is I don't have very many cravings, but what I do notice is I crave a lot of like fresh, cold salads, like cold salads, and lots of greens, kind of lots of fruit. I used to not eat like that much fruit, but I will crave like some fruit every now and then. What else? I also have been eating so many pancakes, which I love so much. Pancakes and bagels, like that's my morning thing that I really love. Bagels with butter and cream cheese. Did you have a lot of morning sickness in the beginning? So it was like all day sickness. I never actually like threw up or anything, but I was taking medicine to help with the nausea because it was not fun. I think being nauseous is one of the worst like feelings. It just sucks. Lots of what are you gonna name the baby? Not telling you. I will say that one thing we're doing is making sure that it is easy to pronounce in Spanish and English. And it's really cute. We've gone through so many different names. This one we love a lot. And one thing I was looking for when I was thinking about names and making my list was having a name that's very classy. Of course, classy is number one. Something sophisticated, something really beautiful. I'm not into the more like unique sort of out there names or the names that are like super creative and different. I just want classic, simple names. So it's a very, very like nice name. What was your reaction and Juan's reaction when you found out you were pregnant? Well, because it was very planned, I knew exactly when to take the pregnancy test, and I actually did one of the early tests, so I hadn't even missed my period yet. I just knew, okay, within these amount of days, take the test. I took it and a very faint line popped up and I was like, I was in the bathroom by myself and I was like, oh my God, is that a line? This is so crazy. And Juan was actually sleeping. We were in Mexico at the time and he was sleeping. And I woke him up out of his sleep and I was like, Juan, I think I'm pregnant. And he was like, what? What do you mean? This is like, really? It's so soon. And we were both very excited. We were on a trip with friends, so we kept it very quiet. And then when we got home from Mexico, we took like a real, like one of the tests you get from like CVS, like Clear Blue and that kind of thing at home. And that sort of made it official for us because the pre-test was like this just little like paper thing that I didn't really know if I trusted. But yeah, that was it. What are you doing to keep your vibe safe and avoid the negativity? That's a good question. I'm always a pretty positive person. As you guys know, I never really like to stress about anything. I'm very, you know, whatever's meant to be will be. I always think you can never control anything, so it's best to just be positive and try to find the light and sort of positivity in any situation. I know that there are a lot of negative things going on in the world and that I live a very blessed life, so I try to remember that every single day and tell myself that every single day. When there seems to even be something minor that's bothering me, I shut it off really quickly. Like, no, you're not even gonna go there. And I think as far as the baby goes, I think that if there's any negativity around me or someone is stressed out in the room, you know, I'm very sensitive to different energies. And if I feel someone, they don't even have to talk. Like I can literally feel stress coming off of like someone's body. And when I feel that or sense that, I just like to like leave the room and like get away, because I feel like anything that I take into my body and mind will affect the baby. And I hope to have a nice calm baby who is stress-free like me. But no, I'm like so sensitive to people when they have like I feel like I can feel like the steam coming off of someone's body, and I'm like, oh, you are very stressed and you have a lot of negativity going on right now, and I'm not about to have that in my life. So that's how I deal with it. Positivity is everything. You can't control anything. Oh my God, what is my pet peeve? There's a lot of pet peeves. But one of my pet peeves on the norm, and that's even heightened now because of my hormones, is like constant sounds, like tapping, 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 or like anything like that drives me insane. Like I just have to like breathe, like noises, my dog like licking, and oh my gosh, those noises drive me crazy. That used to always be a thing, but now even more. It's just like, get so annoyed. So annoyed. Let's see. I have some other pet peeves, but I feel like if I say it, some people might get like, I don't know, sensitive about it. I don't know. We'll leave that for maybe another time. Gender reveal, please. Well, you know, I cannot think of something that's just like cute to do on YouTube. I don't want to do any big like pop a balloon and color comes out. I don't want to like cut a cake and something happens. Like I just want something to be like super simple. So if you have any ideas, let me know below and then we can do it together. Also, nothing against those gender reveals. I think they're super fun. I love watching them. I watch them all the time, but I feel like I'm just a little bit more laid back and more like chill about things like that, and try to keep things like super minimal. So that's all. Someone said, how do you stay so calm and centered? I feel like that kind of relates to the question that I just answered before. There's a lot of questions in here that aren't pregnancy related, so I'm going to do another video that's a little bit more just life stuff. I want to keep this one super pregnancy related. When did your nausea stop? Okay, I would say my nausea stopped at about 16 weeks. Brutal. It started at about 4 and it went to 16 or 17 weeks. How do you manage to look so put together all the time? I don't always look so put together. You should see me on like a normal daily basis. I'm in like an oversized boyfriend graphic t-shirt with mismatched socks and slippers, and my hair is crazy. It's just, yeah, I'm not always that put together. Don't let Instagram fool you. What are you excited about for post-birth? The baby, obviously. I'm excited to see what the baby looks like, what the baby, like the personality. I'm really, really excited about all of that. It's so hard not to like say the gender when I'm talking. What type of birth do you plan on having? I plan on, hopefully, never know how things go, plan on having a natural birth. Trust me, I know some people feel certain ways about these things, but I'm getting an epidural. I am not here trying to be like a superhero. Give me the painkillers. Let's do this. Baby staples and nursery. So I want to do a full other video about like what's going in my nursery and certain items that I've ordered. I'm also going to do a video about what's in my hospital bag, which will be fun. I just started putting that together. So crazy. What did you desire, a girl or a boy? To be honest, I don't know if I can answer this question because then it might give it away. Do you exercise during pregnancy? And do you eat sweets and junk food? So exercising has been something that has been so difficult for me during pregnancy. First trimester, don't even think about it. Way too nauseous, way too tired. I could barely even drive my car. That's how tired I was. Second trimester, I did like a few times, but the most I feel like I want to work out is now during the third trimester, which maybe is so bizarre because my stomach's much bigger and everything. But I feel like when I move around, my blood flow is much better and it just mentally makes me feel better. So I think even just like going on walks, doing, I love finding like 20-minute workouts on YouTube. It's really been like fun for me. I can just do it at home. And, oh, do I eat sweets and junk food? All the time. I freaking love it. Obviously, not as much as I would like to because there's someone else that I'm taking care of and want to make sure all the nutrients are, you know, the right things. But I love junk food. Oh my God, so much. You know what I forgot to say in my cravings? Chili cheese fries. I always love chili cheese fries, but now it's like to the max. Chili cheese fries, if I could eat them every day, I would. How many kids do I want? 2. How do I cope with body changes during pregnancy? I feel like I've been pretty good. You know what's crazy is throughout my entire life, or I guess I could say like from when I was 16 to now, I'm 31. My body I never had the type of body that really fluctuates. And that's not based on how I eat. That's not based on like how I work out. I think I just genetically, my body is just a slender type of body. I'm always trying to actually like get in the gym and gain muscle so that I can have a little bit of shape. So I have gained weight obviously with pregnancy. And to be honest, I kind of like it because finally I'm like, oh my God, my legs have gotten a little bit bigger and like, oh, my butt has gotten so big. That's not something that I usually, well, I used to try to like work out and plump it up and like make it like nice and tight, but my butt has gotten so much bigger. But yeah, I don't mind the body changes in pregnancy. The one thing that has been so difficult, and this goes back to me saying how my body has always been the same since I was like 15, 16 years old, is that means my clothing size has never changed. So dressing while pregnant has been one of the most challenging things. I find dresses are really easy to wear, but then when it's cold, it's really hard to find really comfy leggings that you like or any pants or anything. I'm not a big jean person. So finding like, you know, if you follow me, you know I like to wear like dress pants and trousers and stuff like that. It's impossible to find. Like, I honestly have been thinking I'm going to start a pregnancy apparel company, because if you dress like really chic and like elevated and sort of like timeless style, classic timeless style, no one, I mean, if you know of a brand that makes those kinds of things, let me know in the comments. But that has been really hard for me. It's just like, normally I get up and I have my go-to pieces to like, okay, this blazer, these pants, this, you know, top. Now I get up and it takes like 20 minutes to figure out what I'm gonna wear. But it's all good. It's all good things. Do you use a personal assistant? Are you planning to get one or a nanny? I do have a personal assistant who just started working with me 5 months ago, something like that. And as far as a nanny, yes, we do plan on getting a nanny. Obviously, we know that is a huge luxury and we feel super blessed that we're able to do that. But I own my own company. I'm also still modeling. Juan has a full-time job, so we will take time off in the beginning, obviously. But to be able to go back to work and really do the things that make me sane and what I love to do and that make me feel whole, I definitely need someone around to help me so that I can fulfill those things. And I think it's really important for me. Like, I'm such a hard worker and I crave working, and I just love it so much that honestly mentally has been a little tricky for me. Like, thinking of, the first few months of having the baby is like, what I'm gonna do. I've never in my life taken off of work, like never. And it's kind of messing with me a little bit, but we're gonna see. I think it's gonna be balanced, but I do think having someone here to help with me if I need to go to do a shoot or if I need to go to a meeting for Joja, like that will, I think, ease my mind and just really help me mentally to not feel like I'm completely just letting everything go, because that's really honestly not the kind of person that I am. Someone said, do I stress about my body changing or my weight gaining and how do I deal with it? I don't. I think my body is doing what it needs to do for the baby, and I'm super grateful that I'm able to do. What a Q&A, you guys. My camera died, so now we are in a new location so that it can charge. This might be the best location because maybe the background won't fluctuate. Ooh, I think it is. Anyways, okay. I just want to do a few more. I was going to stop, but then I found some other ones that I think are fun to answer. How are you able to do all that you are doing pregnant? All I could do is sleep all 3 trimesters. So crazy that this happened, but once I found out I was pregnant, I feel like the universe knew and my work just went insane. I started traveling more than I have ever traveled before. I was just all over the place, but you know what? It kept my mind off of, if I was like feeling really tired, feeling sick, I just kept going. And like I said before, I love working, so it just didn't cross my mind to like stop. And you know what really helped is traveling a lot actually helped with the speed of the pregnancy. I literally feel like I maybe have been pregnant for like 2 months and I'm 8 months pregnant. And I owe that to traveling, because it was just like, we were in Doha, we were in Korea, we were in New York, and I think traveling just really helped to speed everything up. But now sitting upright on a plane does not feel so comfortable. So I am staying put where I am, and that's it. But yeah, I could have, I think, very easily just succumbed to how I was really feeling and just like sleep all day. But I love doing my job so much. So that's honestly how I kept going, I guess. The last question is, will you raise baby Barrero bilingual? Yes, of course we will. Juan has already said he's only talking to the baby in Spanish, which means I need to step up my Spanish game. So I'm restarting my classes next week. I can pretty much understand mostly everything. The hardest thing is just speaking. So if we really want our baby to speak in Spanish and English, I need to be a little bit better. All right, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.